Hello, so today we're going to have a look at slowly building the strength and mobility to get us up into our shoulder stand. Now we don't need to just be up in a shoulder stand, but the benefits of just lifting the legs up into the air, whether it's on your back, whether it's slightly lifted, are huge. This really takes the pressure out of the leg. So if you struggle with things like thrombosis, varicose veins, the venous return, the blood flow that moves from the feet back to the heart, this is the exercise to do for you. And combined with beautiful breath work, you're really encouraging the circulation of the blood to move, to flow as it should through the body. So this is really one of my favorite exercises, the shoulder stand, just because of the huge benefits. And I will post a document below so that you can really have a look at how powerful this pose really is, just to get your legs upside down for a few minutes every day. So starting off, so just lying on the floor. Nice. So maybe we're not at the place where we can simply roll up into a shoulder stand, and we don't have to be as well. Let's look at all of the different variations. So just lying on the floor, a few breaths, bringing the knees together, just inhaling and lift the head to the knees, and exhale down. Inhale, lift to your knees, and exhale down. And just a few of these, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. A few more, breathing in, little bit more height now, so you feel the tummy is engaging. Exhale, those core muscles. Breathing in and hold, a little bit higher. Think about lifting your shoulders off the mat, and down. And breathing in a little higher. And exhaling down. Now when you start out, that can be quite a challenge in itself, waking up the abdominal muscles. So now place the feet in the floor, hands by your legs, and start with the pubic bone. Squeeze the glutes and just work on peeling those hips up to the sky. And back down. Don't worry if we're not going very high. Inhale, peeling the hips. And here you will see already that the heart is coming above the head. So this is a very gentle inversion. And rolling down, nice. Again, breathing in, pubic bone. Squeeze the glutes, lift the hips. And you're also strengthening the spinal extensors here, the muscles that support the spine and your posture. And exhale. Lots of work going on around that back chain. Again, pubic bone, glutes. Nice. Pressing into the floor as well. Big breaths in and out through the tummy. Big diaphragmatic breathing. Again, your breath informs the blood flow, the circulation. And all the way down, nice. And just bring your knees to your chest. Just ease out of those glutes. And we're going to do the same, but we're going to use 2 blocks just to give you an extra little bit of height. So roll over to your side, bring yourself up. All of these transitions are really helpful as well, just to work the core, getting the body up and down. So I'm going to place 2 blocks here, put my feet on the blocks. And we're going to go again, peeling up through the pubic bone, through the glutes. And you might feel that you're a little bit higher now. And exhaling down. Inhaling, pubic bone. All the way up. Press through the hands and the heels. Nice and active, pressing into the mat. So my arms are also active. And rolling down, nice. We're going to lift and hold, pubic bone, glutes. Press through the hands and heels. We're just going to hold here for a few breaths. Focus on your tummy. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out all the way down. Nice. And you can really feel the heat around the bottom, around the glutes. Draw your knees to your chest one more time. Maybe a gentle rock from side to side as well. Keep breathing. Nice, lovely. Lovely. And your last exercise in this flow. So this is very gentle. This is really just starting the process of lifting hips, lifting shoulders. And then in the next part of this flow, we will look at using a chair to slowly get you up and maybe even holding the hips, which over time you'll be able to do if the body is healthy and ready, prepared for that. So hands to knees, lift your forehead exactly as we did before, and now a little swing. Hips up, shoulders up, hips up, shoulders up. So a little massage down through the spine, listen to your back. Hello. And if it doesn't feel good, it's okay, you can come in and just relax. And slowly bringing it back down, all the way down, and just rest here. Okay, so we're going to move on to the wall now. So this is a next step. If you've been practicing the hips, the shoulders, lifting that gentle rocking and also strengthening down the spinal extensors and the glutes, and you might be ready, for an extra little lift up, then we can start to use the wall. So get as close as you can to the wall. Now this is often the hardest part of this. Get really snug to the wall, like your shoulders on the wall, then sit on your bottom. So what we want is that our bottom is as close to the wall as possible. Slide your arm down the mat and then roll over. So I've got a lovely 90-degree angle here with my legs, because then it gives me something to press away and lift. Now, if this isn't comfortable, so if coming up isn't comfortable for your neck flexion here, so before you get down, take a block, and that's going to go like this part of the back, so that the head can just gently relax back. So block here. I'm going to put a blanket over the top just for some extra comfort here. So my head can fall off of that. So there's not this increased flexion. It will actually be more in this position. So there is length through the neck. So again, rolling onto my back, making sure that the head just gently lies back, falls back. Nice. And then from here, this won't be for everybody as well. Not everybody will feel comfortable here. So explore and see what feels right for you. If you're quite rounded in the shoulders here, this won't feel comfortable. Yeah. So this is just for those that neck flexion is a little bit problematic. Yeah. So release the head, hands in the mat, apply the same technique, lift with your pubic bone, engage the glutes, and then gently work towards lifting those hips off of the floor. And you can see here that I'm in a nice diagonal line, so I'm working towards that. But we might just start here. So I'm pressing into the wall with my feet. I'm pressing into the mat with my hands and the backs of my arms. I'm activating my glutes and I'm working through the spinal extensors. And then over time, just working, I'm sliding back, just working pelvic floor, glutes, press through the hands and heels. I'm working on just finding this diagonal line. And so here there's no compression with my chin against my chest. I have space around my neck. And this feels quite released around my neck. But not everybody needs to start with a cushion underneath their back. So one more time, pubic bone, glutes, press with the hands and the heels, coming to this nice diagonal position and just holding, breathing into the diaphragm. So this is quite active here. My muscles are engaged. I can feel the work. I can feel the muscles being worked and active. And then exhale, releasing, relaxing, and coming down. And that might be it. Just staying there for a couple of weeks, just allowing the back, the shoulders to get familiar and strong with this pose. Now I'm going to release this, yeah? So Now the next thing we need to think about is the position of holding the hands on the hips. So if here, so your fingers will be towards the spine and your thumbs down the sides of the back. So you're nice and supported. Now when you're up in the position, you'll probably be here holding your hips to start with. And what we want to do is work towards bringing your hands towards your shoulder blades. Because if I'm upside down, I'm holding my hips, I'm here. If we want to go a little further into that straight position, so working towards a straight line, what feels right for your body, in order to do that, we need to bring the hips in line with the shoulders. We need to bring hips and shoulders in alignment. So I need to bring my hips forwards when I'm upside down. So the way we do that is walk the hands towards the shoulders, and this will lift the position up here. So it's quite nice just to kind of feel what your hands will be doing when you're upside down, but doing it first on your knees. So hands on your buttocks, just sticking your buttocks out. This is your half shoulder stand position. And then walking your hands up towards your shoulder blades. Yes, coming down to that half shoulder stand position and walking your hands towards your shoulder blades. Nice. Now you might find as well that your elbows stick out, and over time we want to bring them in. Yeah, we want to really create a nice triangular base through the elbows and the head. So just practicing opening and in. Camels are really nice for this. Camel pose, and down and back and in and back and in. Now if when you are on your elbows, this feels quite a struggle to keep the elbows in because of the weight that's going down, you can always practice with a strap. So I've created a loop, I can thread my hands through the loop, so they're not going to splay out. There's no way that they can go out. So it's just helping me increase my flexibility around the shoulders, around the shoulder girdle, and then practicing this position. So I'm really quite held now in the position that I want to be in if we're going for that vertical full pose, yeah? So I'm going to take that out for now just to show you the next steps. So we're close to the wall, we slide the hand down, we swing the legs around. Nice. Hands into the mat, pubic bone, glutes, press through the hands and heels. I'm in a lovely diagonal line, so now I'm going to find my hips with my hands. And I'm just going to try and bring my elbows underneath the body, so everything's nice and parallel. My elbows are tucked under my body. I shouldn't see my elbows out to the side. Bring your elbows together. Now if we're comfortable here, keep everything engaged, but lift one leg off of the floor, off the wall, and lower down. And the second leg. And lower down. One leg. And lower down. And two legs. And lower down. Now over time, this might be a couple of weeks later, maybe bringing both feet off. Now you can see my fingers are pointing up towards the sky, so I'm going to adjust my hands so my fingers point in towards the spine. Now this already brings my hips a little bit more forwards towards my face, over my shoulders. Now if I walk my hands down towards my shoulder blades, my hips start going a little bit closer towards the alignment of my shoulders. Now here, when you're starting out, when you stretch your legs, we'll probably be in this position, a half shoulder stand, and that's absolutely fine. And over time, you'll work on stretching it out fully. But don't rush the process. If we're here, that's absolutely wonderful. That's great. And we can breathe, gaze to your toes, drishti to your toes. And nice big abdominal breaths. Maybe you can just explore a little walk down towards your shoulders so that we're not sinking down. The energy is going up towards the sky. And then coming in, bend the knees. Maybe hold the hips a little bit more fully now. One foot back on the wall, second foot back on the wall. Hold your hips, and this is really important, working on the coming down, because you're going to need that when you're in the center of the wall. One vertebrae at a time, from your shoulders, the middle of your back, to the lower back And we're down safely, and we've used our muscle control to come down. And now give yourself a nice big hug and just gently roll from side to side. If you have any questions about that, do let me know. If you want any feedback about your shoulder stands, do let me know. And if you'd like to learn something else as a beginner, do let me know, and I will definitely create a video for that. And now just relax.